It's a celebration today. We here for one of our own, one of New York City's own, one of hip hop's own. Some of us has been here since Black Rose, since Hate Me Now. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of Harlem. Harlem, where you at? Yeah. Kyrie Chanel. It's like countless street classics. My man's been putting in work for years. But tonight he's gonna drop his major label debut. Give it up one time, please. Survival is in stores at midnight. Dave East. Yeah.
What's up?
Hold on. Yeah, we on.
It's on. What up, y'all? Y'all good? Midnight, we here, man.
Yo, y'all gotta give it up one time. Listen, the grind, we seen the grind from the streets, the mixtapes, to the Dat Piffs when we went digital to it's been years and years and years. Everybody don't get this shot, man. We all got dreams from where we come from to get this shot. And I feel like Survival, again, is a celebration because he made it. So please give it up one more time for the major label debut.
Thank you, man.
Survival, yeah.
Thank you,
And I promise you we ain't coordinate this Army Green situation. It's
Survival,
just the city.
Man. That's how we pulled up
It's just
tonight.
the city we come from.
On our jungle shit, right.
So East, man, you know, we talked for a lot of projects. I feel like we done a couple of releases together, you and I.
Facts.
And with Survival, I just wanted to know, seeing as how this was your official release, your official debut, did you go into it different? Like, was your mindset different just starting off the creation of this album?
Yeah, 100%. Like this, I feel like I did more outside of like being in the studio with this album than I did before. You know what I mean? Like I was able to start the acting shit. I was filming. So all of that kind of, you know, took time away from me being in the studio as much as I was for the projects before. And then a close friend of mine named Cliff, he got killed in Atlanta. And then right after he died, that happened to Nipsey. So that kind of took me out the whole mind frame of my album, all of that shit for at least a good month, 2 months. But I put more time into this project than any other project. I usually just record, take 30 songs that I done recorded, chop them down to 15, pick the best ones, give it a title, put it out. Like this one was like choreographed, like intro to outro. Each song, each producer I worked with, it's like it's custom. It was custom fit for me. Like I tailor-made this whole shit.
So it wasn't like a situation like sending beats or nothing. Like you was really getting in with producers.
Yeah, every damn near, with the exception of maybe 2 beats out of 20, I did them songs like with the producer right there. They pulled up on me, or I pulled up on them.
At what point did you arrive at the title Survival and just the whole ethos of it? Like from the onset that you know this was gonna be Survival, or was it during the course of making it that title and that concept?
Yeah, I ain't for at least, because the first song I recorded for was Night Shift. The shit with Lil Baby. I did that like this time last year. And then the second song I did was Godfather 4 with Nas.
Hold on. Y'all gotta let that breathe. They thought the movie was coming back out, man. It was definitely a movie. So the Godfather 4 joint, sorry.
I did not, you good. I did that one with Esco like December last year. And then I just sat on it. You know what I'm saying? I knew I had something that was like, I don't care when this hit, it's going, you know what I'm saying? They gonna feel this. And then I probably like, shouts to Steve-O. Steve-O, me and him was going back and forth with ideas for the title. And he was like, stick to the one word shit, like paranoia. Right. You've been doing that, calm. You know what I mean? So I thought of one word that could like sum all of that up and everything I've been going through up to this point. And, you know, nigga been surviving.
Well, you know, opening track, and y'all gonna get to hear it tonight for sure, but the opening track, first of all, They Want to Kill You, produced by the legendary, iconic DJ Premier.
Nah, Swiss produced it.
Oh, Swiss produced it.
Primo scratched on it.
Primo scratched on it.
Yeah.
My bad. Look,
Oh,
man,
God.
we need these album credits. So, right, because it says featuring DJ Premier. So
Yeah,
DJ
Primo,
Premier
yeah,
vocally. Okay.
me and Swiss did that, and then I pulled up on Preem and he cooked it up.
That's hard, man. Shout out to Swiss. But you know, when you talked about the survival, I mean the opening lyric, right? And you know, I'm at Genius, so I'm big on lyrics. And I always feel like the opening, how you start an album, says a lot. The opening lyrics is, you probably thought the label was gonna shelf me. You prayed that this paper would never help me.
Yeah, that's like that's like I'm gonna always throw little shots at my haters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say your name or nothing like that, but I see. Hey, I can't give them that much light. They not worth that much attention. But when they listen to it,
It's gonna resonate.
you know what I mean? Like, so that's just like one of them things like that I would hear. Like, they got a bunch of mixtapes, so he ain't gonna drop no album. Label ain't gonna, I mean, like, I would hear that. And I know, you know, it just come with success, and just, even if it wasn't rap, just any type of success come with people really praying on your downfall, and you might not even see the shit or none of that, but that's real. You know what I mean? So that's why I said that. You prayed that this paper never helped me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you prayed that I would not get out the spot I was in. You know what I mean? You prayed that me and you could be on the same level forever. You know what I mean? So I felt like the opening, the first shit I wanted people to hear on the album was straight to them. Probably thought the label was gonna shelf me, like, you know what I'm saying? And then I get into my shit. But that was like strong to me, like, to just address a couple people, like, they know who they are, you know what I mean?
You get now, I guess, to the heart of the matter right away.
Right to it.
You mentioned doing the acting thing. Man, I've been every week, man, like the rest of us
So
tuning in. Hell yeah, to
Fire.
Wu-Tang.
Shotgun, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Dog, you had me, like, sometimes I'm watching it and I forget, I don't see East up there. Like, I really
Cause I had
feel
the
like,
fucking Method Man face and all that. It made me chop my shit. I had the chin strap with the little middle piece.
It was funny, and not to blow you up, but you was even backstage. I mean, you're not filming, but I peeped you in the green room just rapping Bring the Pain lyrics.
Yeah, that shit, like, that'll never leave now. Like, I was rapping that shit to myself every day, like 6 months straight. Like, that video put me in my bag. Like, when they on that bus and all that. Like, that's the video that I watched. Even more than like Cream and all them all. Like, that Bring the Pain was like meth. You know what I mean? Like, his first time on that time with the fangs, all that shit. That he had his eye, all. I mean, so that's the one I was basing my character off that video. But it was hard because it was really, the story was based on before that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
like,
that's where I would get my mannerisms, and then, like, everything I was trying to get from meth, from either talking, like, chilling with him, or I watched Bring the Pain a billion times, like, you know what I'm saying?
Word. So, you know, it leads to my question, the creative process of having to really be, like, method acting and immersing yourself in this character, and learning his rhymes and his cadences and all that.
Right.
Did that affect at all your creative process in going through this album? Did you maybe pick up on some things from the OG that you ain't pick up on, or were you able to, when you went into the studio, flip right back into classic East mode?
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. It definitely made me like, try to, like, paint more, cause I was just learning so much about Wu-Tang that I never knew. I never knew Ghost and Ray had no beef or nothing like I didn't know none of that.
I didn't know that.
Like,
Neither. I ain't gonna lie, man.
You know what I mean? And that was real. They really was getting at each other, like, you know what I'm saying? So just learning mad shit about them and, like, how dope they became, you know what I'm saying? It just made me focus on the records I was recording more, because I was like, this might be that project that stick. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of my tapes, of course, it built a fan base and people love what I do, but I feel like this might be the joint that stick, like, you know what I mean?
Right, and it's dope. And again, too, right, they say you get your whole life to kind of really make your first project.
Right.
And the fact that we're documenting maybe Wu-Tang and they have a series 25 years after they came out, the impact is still there. You know, who's to say 25 years from now we don't get the Dave East?
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. I just gotta find the right nigga to play me. That's all. He probably not even born, right? Word.
Godfather 4, you mentioned Godfather 4 featuring Nas.
Yeah.
That's an interesting track to me, and I wanted to know if you could take us into that session because, quite honestly, you know, oftentimes like you kind of might go into the studio and look for a vibe or a certain bounce. You know, sometimes like you know what the single is gonna be. This just kind of felt like two brothers just rapping. The song structure is even unorthodox. It looked like none of that mattered except the rhymes and the things that you wanted to say and get off your chest.
That's the first song we recorded in the studio together.
Wow.
So like I did Forbes list. I sent that. The Wrote My Way Out, the Hamilton joint we did, sent that. This was the first time it was just me, him, my little brother Errol, and Jungle, and Mad Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? Mad VS, you know what I'm saying? Nah, he do the VS. I had the weed, he had the Henny. You know what I mean? And we, Green Lantern did that beat, and when I pulled up to the studio, it was already playing. Nas already had the beat on, you know what I'm saying? He might have recorded like 12 bars to it. And I'm like, yo, what you doing with this? Like, he like, what we doing with it? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh shit. I sat back. And it's tough because usually like anybody else I work with, I just go do my verse, like write it or put it together in my head. Like I won't pay their verse no mind. I won't care what they saying. Right. None of that. Like I'll just come with my own vibe to it. I was sitting there listening to every motherfucking word he was saying, bro. I'm like, oh, this is, I'm like, I can't get smoked on this shit. Like at the end of the day.
Right. I don't care who you are.
I know it's Nas and, you know, love you to death, bro. But I'm like, you ain't about to just walk on me on this shit, bro. Like, so I was really paying attention to the shit he was saying and where he took it, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what he started speaking about like he was on a flight. And then that's why, you know what I'm saying? So
you created your own
Nas is an ill nigga, bro. Ill nigga.
I'm like, man, JetBlue got to watch out. Y'all ever get that business popping.
That shit like a soul plane.
Right.
Or
nah, that's dope, man. And to hear you get into that mode, because even though this is your first official album, it's kind of hard because I don't want to sit here and talk to you like you a rookie. You got your stripes in the game for years and years and years and built up for this. But it's dope to kind of see, you know, I think the thing that bonds us all is that we're still fans of this shit and we still love it. So while it's your job and it's your work and, you know, to get in with Nas, you can still kind of have that moment where it's like everything slows down. Nah.
Yeah. You know what it is with me? I'm a fan first. Right. Like even before my shit, like I'm a fan, so I still had them moments. You know what I mean? Like I feel like people, you get so lit or whatever, you be like, man, I'll still be a fan of that shit. You know what I mean? Like watching Nas record, talking with him, like getting feedback on my records from him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who would have, like, I was telling my cousin, who'd have thought when I was in fucking Ravenswood or, you know, wherever I was recording in the hood, who would have thought I could just take songs and send it to Nas?
Right.
And then he'd hit me back like, nah, or yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting direct feedback from him, like, you know what I mean? So that definitely helped the whole process of this shit. And it made me want to kind of push the ball even more because I know what he brought to the game. So to even try to, not even mirror it, but, you know, be something that he respect lyrically.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's something that I pay attention to.
It's gonna be wild when you get that shot, and I'm sure you probably get it now with your homies that you know and just people who look up to you.
Right.
But it's really gonna be that artist sitting up here being like, oh, man, who'd have thought I could send my records to East and get feedback? The same way Nas probably felt with G-Rap when he was coming up, like, and that's the beauty of this. I want to get into your story a little bit because the thing I really like, my favorite, and y'all gonna hear this album, I don't want to spoil too much, but my favorite kind of chunk and section of the album, I call it the heart of the album, is Way to School, 17, Mama I Made It. Like, that feels like story mode. Like, I really feel like I'm there with you, like 15, 16, 17-year-old East and everything you was going through. Right. Where did those records kind of come in succession? Like, how did those records kind of come together?
Honestly, like, that was like A-Rap brought me that vibe because shouts to A-Rap Music, man. He pulled up on me a couple nights in a row and I'll be done recording and all. Like, I'll be done for the night, tired, ready to go home. You know what I'm saying? A-Rap walking the door at 5 in the morning. I'm packing my shit up. I'm about to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? He like, nah, let me just play this one beat. I got one for you. I'm gonna just play this one beat. And that shit was need a sign. That shit was that shit was Mama, I made it. Like he just was coming in the clutch, you know what I'm saying, with like shit that soon as I heard the beat, them songs came to my head. That don't happen. Like usually that shit I gotta create the song. I might come up with the verse, then I could come up with a hook. Like them songs came to my head, like full record.
Wow.
So I put those together because that was like a time in my life. You know what I mean? Like on my way to school, I can remember my mother waking me and my brother up and then threatening me and him with our father. Like if we didn't get up fast enough, she'd be like, all right, I'm gonna get your pops. You know how he gonna come? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Play.
I can remember. Yeah, like, all right, y'all better get up with me. I'm the nice one. So I wanted to recreate that for people that went through that same shit. That moms was waking them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't had to be from the hood or nothing like that. I feel like everybody went through that. So 17, I'm talking about me being 17 years old in school, like, you know what I mean?
And hoop dreams. Like
me really having dreams of going to the NBA, like, you know what I mean?
And Georgetown, really?
Yeah, they really recruited me. It's crazy because my
really
bro from the hood, Jesse Sapp, you know, he killed at Georgetown, you know what I'm saying? And when I went on my visit, he was my host.
When did the rap dream come into play? Was it in play that early, 17 years old?
Nah, I ain't think about rap serious until I got locked up.
Huh.
But before that, you couldn't tell me I wasn't at least going to Turkey, somewhere to go play. Like,
I'm gonna
go overseas or something, nigga. Like I've been put too many years into this shit, but jail kind of, you know, I was like, after this is gonna be too hard. Right. You know what I mean? Even no matter with my game, I know somebody gonna be in the cut. Like, well, you know, he has a felony. I ain't want to even deal with that shit. So that's when I figured out, like, what can I do that I'ma still enjoy something that I naturally could do? Because ball was just I naturally could hoop. You know what I mean? So I wanted to do something that I could be my own boss, you know what I mean? And it was rap.
Right. Good segue, man. You mentioned jail. The wavy one is on the album.
Bigger
Val. Listen, New York, y'all got to give it up one time for Bigger Val, man. Max B.
Free Max, man, word.
Definitely free Max B. How you get Max B on the track, dog?
It's Harlem, man. I don't, you know, the powers that be.
I'm sure. Brought
it's
like every so often we get some new Max B.
Yeah, that's brand new.
Yeah, because the references be new. It definitely.
Talking about Duce. I don't even think Duce was out.
Duce was not out when Max went up.
That's brand new. But I shouts to Ty Black. You know, that's his bro. You know what I mean? He put that together. Me and Max was probably talking on the phone like 6 months prior to him even doing that. Him just telling me like how I'm moving, shit like that. And then he had a record for me. He was like, yo, I got one for you and one for A Boogie. You know what I'm saying? And then I heard the A Boogie shit happen.
What's going on in this prison? Max is in.
I don't know what he doing. I ain't even asked him. I said, you know what? I don't even want to know, bro. You gonna send it? Send it. But so I sent him a record. He sent me one. I sent him one. It was the Wanna Be a G record. And it took maybe 2 months, you know what I mean, to get the song into the jail, for him to record it and then to get it out. And then it was like a wave file, like 10 minutes long. And then shouts to Mike Cuz, my engineer, he just made that shit sound like he was in the studio with me. He sent that from jail. Word.
That's so important to be able to get that, and we're patiently waiting for Max to touch home, because I know he touched a lot of people with his music while he was out. So be able to have that moment. We talk about these cultural moments, these cultural milestones, and we got that on your debut album, man. That shit is pretty special. You know what I mean? Another special record. I'm gonna get into just the last question, because like I said, I don't want to give too much away. Plus, you're gonna perform.
Yeah, I got some shit.
Yeah. Oh, he got some shit.
I got some shit.
I'm looking at the set list right there. Y'all can't see it. I can see there's some shit on here. There's some shit on there. The marathon continues. Your dedication to our fallen soldier, your brother Nipsey Hussle. You talked about his death really affecting you, and kind of halting you for a second while you were making this album.
That shit's still fucking with me right now.
Was it difficult to make this record, or was it?
Yeah. I ain't gonna front. Cause I felt like I don't like doing them songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a song like that by my cousin Freaky, you know what I mean? That I did on I think the first Karma.
Yeah.
But I don't them is people I really was cool with. Like really, you know what I mean? Like close, like beyond me rapping or anything like that. So them records is hard to cause it's all real shit. It ain't like I'm just trying to rhyme. But it's a record, so I gotta make it rhyme and all of that. But it's like real feelings, real thoughts. Like the shit to Nip is like everything I would have told him. You know what I mean? Like everything that I didn't get to tell him. Cause like I told somebody earlier, we all live like, or we deal with people like they gonna be here tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you get in an argument, fuck you, da da, and you act like that person gonna be here tomorrow, like you know it already. That shit ain't guaranteed. So I just said everything on the record that if I would have got a chance to like be in the car with that nigga Smoke and tell him how I felt about him, like every time we was together, we was talking about, you know, whatever was going on or getting to some money or a new record or how Kyrie, how Imani, like we asked about each other kids, shit like that. But if I got a chance to tell that nigga like, you inspired the shit out of me, cuz like if I got to tell him that, like I did that on this record, you know what I mean? So, and it's the outro. I wanted to end the album like that. I got Snoop Dogg on there. Yeah. I told Snoop I don't even want a verse, just, you know, talk your shit to Nip, you know what I mean? Like, and then Snoop he end the whole joint.
But you know he knew, right? How he felt, how you felt about him. Who? He knew.
Nip?
Yeah,
absolutely,
100%. Because
that wasn't nothing fake there.
Right.
Like, so I feel like, even like with my cousin Freaky, I feel like as whack as it is, they left this world knowing I fucked with them for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, beyond all this shit, I feel like they know that. You know what I mean?
Right. And we here tonight, and I believe that, man. I got this saying called "It's too late at the wake." You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give the people the flowers when they laying in that casket. Give it to them right now.
You know what it is, though? Nobody, like, we live in a competitive world. So, like I know my culture, like in Harlem, if you show a nigga too much love, they say you sucking dick.
Right. You riding.
Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, they gonna tell a nigga, tell you sucking his dick. Like, and you really just showing a nigga love. Like, you might be a real fan of this nigga and excited to see, you eating them up. Like, nigga tell you that. So, nah, dead ass, but in the world we live in, you know, niggas don't like to praise nobody. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody, they'll do it amongst themselves secretly, but like nobody do that. You know what I mean? So I think that's something that definitely should be more a part of everything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if you rap, whatever. If you and your man trapping, tell your man, yo, love you, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I fucks with you, nigga. Like, yeah, like just let people know how you feel about them and the times you're around them, because shit be limited. You don't know how long you're gonna be around a person.
Right. Well, we're going to change that here tonight, and we're going to come with that energy, because I don't know when we all going to get this moment again for us to be sitting here among somebody that inspires us. So I need y'all to give it up for Dave East one time, please, man. Show that love.